Alright, so listen, if y'all haven't been living under a rock, there's a new game called Anime Vanguards. And listen, this game is a masterpiece. This is genuinely a great game that you should invest your time into. Do I think it's better than Anime Defenders? If I'm being honest, not really. I think Anime Vanguards is going to be better, but not right now, just because of the lack of content. And listen, that being said, I still enjoy Anime Vanguards. I think it's more refreshing to play this than Anime Defenders. So I've gotten a lot of gems and a lot of good units. So I was like, what's not a better video than to explain how you get these things as a beginner or as you progress through the game. And that's why I'm gonna be telling you guys how to get yourself tons of gems, tons of traits, and tons of new units. And it's not gonna be clickbait, because I'm actually gonna guide you through every single step throughout the entire video. And as you guys can see by my gem count, I'm not playing neither. I got tons of gems and I got tons of good units, as you guys can see. Although I haven't really been putting in time to evolve these, I just can't be asked at this very moment. But that being said, let me actually go through every single step that you have to do, or just things that you should be doing if you want to get tons of gems. So the first thing you guys should be doing is doing the story mode. Now listen, try and clear everything on normal mode. So do Planetamic on every single stage except Infinite Paragon, of course. Go to Sand Village, clear everything on normal, and then go to Double Dungeon and clear everything. Now bear in mind, you will have tons of quests as a beginner on both daily and weekly that we'll talk about. You know what I'm saying, kill 25 bosses, or clear certain story modes, or clear 30 waves, as you can see. And bear in mind, once you've cleared like most of the quests, you will also gain pass XP. So if you go over to the pass, you can see that the first 2 stages are actually going to be about gems. So if you clear most of them, you'll probably get yourself these 2. But listen, if you're struggling on any stage, or in any, like, I don't know what you want to call it, like legend stage or whatever, it's the same thing, you should definitely do the codes. Now listen, I don't know every single code in the game, so what I'll do is I'll link a website in the description down below which I trust, and then you can just copy over the codes and then fill them in to get yourself tons of gems. Alright, and if you want 250 extra gems, like and join the group for getting 250 gems. And as you guys can see, I've already done it, so yeah. Now if you do summon, another great feature that they did add is collection. So if you go over to Genos right over here, you can actually see the units that you have collected, and if you press claim all, you will then get a set amount of gems for each character that you have gotten yourself. So for example, if I were to create a new account and go through here and then get all of these new characters, that would, like, I would say it would reward me with, like, I don't know, like 1,000 gems. So that would be 2 extra multi-summons just through collection. Editor's note, if you want to summon and you want to get good units, these are the units I would definitely recommend. These being Obito, Sun Jin-woo, Goku Black, Gon, Shinji, Crocodile, and Speedwagon. Those are really good. I mean, every single mythic is good. Vegeta is really good too. Just try getting any of those units, because those will definitely carry you if you level them up, for sure. And listen, I know it sounds kind of weird that I'm saying epics and legendaries should be one of your main units that you should go for, but listen, in Anime Vanguards, it doesn't matter. If you have strong passives and good base damage with a decent SPA, you can clear almost anything with it. Alright, so just try leveling them up and you can definitely succeed, because listen, these passives work hand in hand with other people's passives. Like for example, Gon's passive is basically every unit that is in his range will give him 10%. So for example, if we spam Shinji's and Speedwagons and what else, alligators, those will give you 10% more damage. Now I do understand it caps out at 100%, but that is still a 100% boost. Like, that's pretty strong if you ask me. So yeah, I mean, if you go for Goku Black, here's his passive. Non-boss enemies below 20% have a 20% chance to be instantly executed on hit, but that is in story mode only. And then the meaning of fury, damage 15% with each attack performed up to 150%, loses 50% of the current damage buff at the start of each wave. So listen, those two sound pretty good to me. And if y'all really wanted to know what Shinji's is, damage 10% each wave up to 50%. So I mean, listen, I don't have to tell you how strong this could be, but Yeah, these units are really good. I mean, even at my loadout, I still use Speedwagon because the money. I mean, I think he's the only money farming unit, so pick him up. And Alligator is also really good. He's cheap and he slows, so definitely pick those units up. And that's really about it. Another great thing that they added is if you come over here to Gilgamesh over here, you will then be able to collect your level milestones. So for example, if you are level 5, you can then collect these rewards. If you're level 10, you can claim these rewards. I'm level 14, so I'll soon get these. And as you guys can see, it gives a good amount of trade rolls and gems, and I guess gold if you really need it. But yeah, it does give you a good amount of rewards. So that's why I would definitely recommend you guys doing the story mode, because it's just worth it in the end, alright? It's just really good. And as a bonus of clearing new story mode missions or finding new NPCs on the story stages, you will then get bonus gems for finding new people. So for example, if I were to, you know what I'm saying? Oh, here we go. Yeah, right here. Shinobi Puppet. I have not claimed that, and if I claim it, I get 30 extra gems. And that's for finding new enemies or new NPCs in stages that you have done. So for example, if I were to make like a new account and do a whole new world, like every stage, I would probably get like 600 to 1,000 extra gems just for that. So bear in mind, always check your collection. And listen, if you manage to beat every single stage in Nightmare, if you go into achievements over here, you can then collect trade rolls here that will reward you for every single stage of that world that you do on Nightmare. And by the way, if you do every single one, you will then get 1,000 gems amount, or it depends on which story that you do. So for example, if you were to do the Dragon Ball one, you will then get the Nimbus, 5 trade rolls, and the emote. And that's on every single story that you do. So for example, it's here. It's the same rewards, just with a different mount. If you go over here, it's the same rewards, just with a different mount and a different emote, of course. And this too, I mean, if you were to get yourself 500 units, you can then collect another 2,000 gems and 5 extra trade rolls. And that's also on Paragon too. So if you were to complete every single Paragon thing on Namek, you will then get yourself 18 trade rolls, 900 gems, and an emote. So you know what I'm saying, you get the gist of it. It's of it. Every single thing that you do will reward you with something, all right? And bear in mind, every single Nightmare stage that you guys do will give you 240 gems because of the 80 base reward and then 161st clear reward. So yeah, it's really good if you complete everything on Nightmare. It gives tons of rewards. But listen, if you don't have a bunch of time, or you have a job, or you have to go to school, or you have to do something sports, I don't know, if you have to train, I don't know. If you have to do any of that, you can go over to the time chamber right here, and then you can wait in there to get gems. So I just loaded up on my alt, and as you guys can see, I have 5,215 coins. If I'm being honest, I just got that from the AFK. And yeah, I've just been sitting here. I've gotten 120 gems for doing absolutely nothing, just being AFK totally. And yeah, I've collected around 5,215 from just doing this. And bear in mind, if you are VIP, you will then get 2 times more gems. If you're premium, you will get 1.5 times more gems. So that's your own decision. But yeah, that's really about it. I suppose if you want to get more gems, I guess you could do infinites, but they are quite difficult. So if you have strong friends who can help you, then definitely do them, because they do reward you with actual good gems. Like, they do reward you with tons of gems. So yeah, that's really about it. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any other questions, or if you want to see like a noob to pro beginner guide or whatever. I mean, I could do one of those if you all want to really see it, but yeah, that's really about it. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace.